Spiritual Teaching 204. Love each other. 1. My people, I welcome you. I open the gates of my kingdom and greet you with great love. I presently give you what you need, according to your faith and necessity. 2. I come seeking the sanctuary in your heart to give you enlightenment, love, and truth. Love is a powerful force that maintains order and harmony throughout the universe. That is why I am teaching you to love, so that you may know the secret of life. Be generous with your brethren, so that your generosity and love will be like a song that brings joy to the hearts of those who are sad. 3. You need to become familiar with your mission and to fulfill it. Your destiny is to have your spirit triumph over misery and sin, to elevate your being, and to become worthy and virtuous. I want you to dominate your flesh with wisdom and charity rather than violence. Once man learns to obey my laws in a loving manner, instead of disputing over them, he will establish a paradise on earth. It will be similar to the one that was first established and enjoyed by those who first dwelt on earth. Those beings were innocent and obedient, although later man stained the earth with his impure deeds and faults. 4. If man lived according to the will of the Divine Father, earth would have prospered materially and would have become a spiritually elevated planet. Man would not have to suffer due to the harsh elements of nature because he would be in harmony with nature and with all its creatures. The harmony on earth would be similar to that of a divine concert, with each human being representing a musical note. Since man does not live in harmony with the divine laws, he suffers, becoming a slave to his passions. He drags his chains suffering, weeping, and without hope, unaware that he is reaping what he has sowed. If he would just realize that each of his tears is justified, he would quickly attain his salvation. 5. Truly I tell you that man has the solution to end all of his suffering. He can be his own doctor. That is why I say to you that when you follow the path dictated by your conscience, your spirit will elevate itself toward me. 6. What is the purpose of your life on earth, other than to help your spirit to attain spiritual elevation? You have come to dwell on earth where there is illness, tears, and sorrow. But you fail to realize that you could change your life by practicing love and charity with your brethren. 7. The one who truly loves me will attain wisdom. He will first elevate himself on earth and then continue to elevate in other mansions in the universe. Behold how the love of God manifests itself throughout creation. His deeds are wise, his word is perfect, and he holds the keys to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Love, which is the essence of the universe, will elevate your existence until all beings are able to communicate spiritually. 8. A year has 365 days. How many deeds of love and charity do you practice during that period? Why do you say that you love me when you do nothing to help your needy brethren? When I say to you that I love you, I prove it with my deeds. Men say that they love Christ, but they continually hurt me, judge me, ignore me, failing to follow the examples that I set. Do you not believe that mankind has given me another crown of thorns and crucified me once again during this period? When I spiritually visit the ill, the poor, the dejected, and those in prison, why have you not been there with me? Why do you deny charity to those who request it? Behold, why I say to you that you have crucified me again. For whoever does not practice deeds of love rejects me. 9. Each one of you is a child of God. Thus, you are a part of him and are similar to him. Therefore, why not work together with him to make the world a more beautiful place to live? Do this by practicing deeds that are guided by your conscience. 10. The true servant of God is one who offers a healing balsam of love to his brethren, and one who practices true charity with others. 11. You have made me suffer a long time due to your lack of love and comprehension. 12. During this third era, I once again tell you to love one another. 13. My people, prepare yourselves to receive my healing balsam. Everyone who prepares himself will be healed, and everyone who is weak will be strengthened. Elevate your spirit to me, and then wait for my balsam. I will give you more than what you expected. Receive it silently, for I will give it to you spiritually. I give you hope, my beloved children. Remember that what you receive from me, you should also give to others. Do not be greedy. When you give to others, do not think about what you are taking away from your children, for it is best not to give unless you do it in a loving manner. 14. Do not judge the lives of your brethren, for you would only stain your lips and your heart. Instead, prepare yourself to judge each one of your deeds and to listen to the voice of your conscience. 15. Make a true effort to live in a virtuous manner. When you live in harmony with all of your brethren, you will feel the spiritual peace that you have long awaited. 16. The Divine Master truly tells you, I will continue to give you my word for 3 more years, which are symbolic of the 3 eras. During these last 3 years, my teachings will become more profound because I have prepared you spiritually and physically to comprehend my teachings better. Era, similar to how you will be forerunners and messengers of another era, the era of spirituality. 19. During this current year of 1948, which represents the first era, you will get to know many things about that era. You will get to know the significance of the history of Israel, which was not the only nation to have been rescued during the first era and spiritually redeemed in the second era. That nation can be found spiritually in all races and religions throughout the world. Since I chose that nation to offer my teachings to humanity, and because you are part of that nation spiritually, you need to know the history of Israel. Its history contains the great revelations that I gave to mankind during the first era. 20. You are amazed that such great spirits, such as Abraham, dwelt on earth during the first era. Not only was his love of God pure, but he loved him more than anything else. If you carefully examine his life and his deeds, you will discover that his faith, his strength, his humility, and his love served as the true foundation for the nation of Israel. 21. In that era there were nations that practiced idolatry. The Gentiles worshipped the forces of nature as their gods. It was then that Abraham appeared, revealing to mankind the inspirations that he received from God. These inspirations revealed God's truth, justice, and enlightenment. But those men were stubborn and unbelieving, thus submitting Abraham to various ordeals. He overcame those obstacles and was able to convert humanity to accept the doctrine of God. He succeeded in making man accept God as the only true and living God. 22. Spiritual struggles have long existed among humanity. But behold that after those struggles, man becomes enlightened with the truth. 23. Be aware that I have not come to complicate your life with my teachings, but rather to simplify your form of worship and practices. I have come to teach you that it is not necessary to ignore the good things on earth nor your responsibilities in order to please me. While you have a material body, you will be subject to human needs. However, I do want you to allow your conscience to guide you so that your spirit will progress and begin to fulfill my law. 24. Since the first era, I have given you a spiritual shepherd to guide you. That shepherd has served as my forerunner and messenger prior to my arrival among this multitude. Because you have ignored my teachings due to your spiritual ignorance, you are still worshiping the golden calf and other material things. 25. The God of truth has always manifested himself to this multitude, offering you riches, enlightenment, and power to govern the world. 26. You were wealthy and noble lords in the past, who yielded to vanity and selfishness, converting your humble brethren into slaves and servants. I, nevertheless, forgive you, and I have come to bless and help those who have gone astray from the divine path. I have been your servant, granting all of your requests. I have awaited patiently for you to fulfill the mission that I entrusted to you long ago. 27. I am a just God, but I do not punish you. I do not demand restitution, even though I was crucified by mankind. You are being purifying through the suffering and hardship that you have brought onto yourself, because you have disobeyed my law. You will need to correct your mistakes and to purify your spirit. Then you will allow your spirit to return to its original state of purity. You are now in the right path for salvation and spiritual evolution. But you must become aware of your mission and of the time in which you now live. Ask your conscience what you have done to help your brethren, and it will inform you that you have not helped them. Your conscience will also inform you that mankind still does not practice my divine law and that my doctrine of love has not yet blossomed. 28. Today, as I speak to you, you will become familiar with my teachings. Behold, that I have manifested myself through those who are simple and humble so that mankind can believe in this manifestation. However, you still doubt that it is God who is manifesting himself through the human spokesman. You believe that it is a human, not God, who speaks to you. That is why I have permitted you to carefully analyze the spokesman, at a time when I am not manifesting myself through him, so that you may observe that he is illiterate and naive. I have taught you to be humble and charitable, although I have assigned different missions to this nation of people to fulfill. There are many who consider themselves superior to others. They praise and glorify themselves, becoming self-centered and always wanting to be first. 29. I am the only one who is truly first. Although I have not come to humiliate anyone nor to make anyone my slave, I have come to take care of your needs. I am your Father, and I cannot react with indifference to your suffering. I am God. I cannot abandon you while you are in a state of darkness and ignorance. For that reason I have come to manifest myself. I want you to know me so you will realize who is before you. 30. This nation of people has not set an example of unity for humanity. That is why there is a lack of brotherhood and harmony among the different religions and sects. They lack unity and disagree with one another, because they all aspire to be great. Thus, they are preparing to battle one another. 31. You have not yet fulfilled my law. My path is filled with spiritual enlightenment and love, yet you choose to walk in darkness. The Divine Master continually offers you his love, but you still nourish feelings of hatred. I give you teachings of morality and virtue, yet you have evil thoughts and perform evil deeds. That is why those who have come recently to witness my manifestation ridicule my disciples, because they observe that you are not sincere and truthful. Similarly, the scientists who have come to witness my manifestation do not believe that it is God who is manifesting himself. My disciples will need to offer great evidence of power, such as resurrecting the dead to life, restoring sight to the blind, making those who are paralyzed walk, and other such evidence, in order for humanity to believe in my arrival during this era. 32. Because the flesh rebels against the will of God, your spirit cannot fulfill its mission. However, I have endowed the spirit with spiritual weapons to triumph against the sensual passions of the flesh, thus helping the spirit to achieve merits. The flesh is stubborn, but the material body can help the spirit to become purifying and virtuous. 33. That is why I have come to help you. I am your Savior. I give you the opportunity to go dwell in the promised land. 34. Allow yourself to evolve spiritually now, before I have to summon you to the hereafter. Eliminate your materialism, practice charity, and become my true apostle. Through you I will manifest the power of my divine mercy to humanity. 35. Great ordeals await you, Thus you should now prepare yourself. In the future, I do not want you to become spiritually lost and helpless, proclaiming that no one taught you about the divine path. Today, I am giving you the opportunity to acquire great spiritual strength. I have offered you my love and have nourished you spiritually with my teachings and wisdom. Therefore, I do not want to see you in a state of pain and misery in the future. 36. If you fail to fulfill your mission to teach others about the divine teaching, you will experience grief and sorrow. You will behold those close to you become spiritually weak because they lack the divine teachings that is their true daily bread for spiritual strength. Although I had chosen to bless this nation with peace and enlightenment, wars will break out, leaving it stained with the innocent blood of your loved ones. You will then be at the mercy of foreign nations, becoming their slaves and separating from the true divine path. Thus, you will no longer be able to listen to my voice. 37. I, the Creator, do not demand that you fulfill my law on, or have I come to impose it. I come from the heavens asking you to fulfill my law and to practice humility. 38. I offer peace to those who listen to my word with goodwill. 39. I am the divine gardener who tends after the orchards, watering them with celestial water. Those orchards consist of all the human hearts. I have come to sprinkle my divine love upon all the bitterness that is found on earth. I have come to teach you the path that will guide you to the kingdom of the Father. It is an infinite path. If you follow it, you will continually evolve spiritually and discover new and marvelous things. 40. I am preparing your spirit with my teachings. Work with me to prepare yourself spiritually, thus bringing splendor and grace to your spirit. I will bless your work so that you will fulfill your great mission on earth. 41. I am the divine master and the divine father. Thus, do not assume that we are separate. There is no difference between the Son and the Holy Spirit. They are one. Behold that only one God has manifested himself in 3 eras to give you different teachings. He has given you a single book that contains many teachings of love. 42. Bless my name with your deeds. You will then acquire spiritual enlightenment and free yourself from the darkness that is caused by ignorance and sin. 43. My people, do you remember your life before you listened to my teachings and began to practice them? Your behavior previously was very different from how you behave today. You cannot compare your life then with your life today. In the past, you were a lonely individual traveling through a dark path, lacking enlightenment, joy, and hope. Today, you are a disciple of God. I have quenched your spiritual thirst and have healed your wounds with my love. I have come to remove the thorns from your body, and I will remove the nails from your cross. 44. I am the light of the world and universe. I want that light to cover and protect you. Allow my word to heal you as you listen to it. You must analyze yourself, changing your unvirtuous life to a life that is pure and righteous. Previously, I told you to cleanse the cup outside and inside, meaning that there should be harmony between your spirit and physical body. 45. I will help you to cleanse and to purify your spirit, that inner part of your being that is invisible to others but not to me. You should also cleanse yourself on the outside so that your material body will truly reflect your inner spiritual being. Thus, your deeds will reflect both truth and sincerity. Since man does not cleanse his spirit, he attempts to conceal that part of his being. 46. Have you examined your wounds and placed the healing balsam that I have given you? If you doubt its healing power, place it once again on your wounds. If you have faith and believe, set aside the medication for your wounds and you will observe how my love will heal the wounds and make them disappear. I will allow others to regain their health through prayer, faith, and meditation. Multitudes of spiritual beings will come, uniting their power and strength to anoint and heal you. 47. The spiritualist will say, Life is so beautiful. But those who are materialistic and who disrespect my laws will say, life is so bitter, sad, and gloomy. The one who lacks spiritual elevation easily stumbles and suffers. However, one who is spiritually evolved does not concern himself with his misfortunes. Rather than judging his brethren, he praises and puts great importance on the virtues of others. He forgives everyone without judging, accusing, and publicizing their faults. 48. I ask those who judge their brethren, are your sins so few that you want to judge the sins of others? If you are unable to overcome your own sins, why become preoccupied with the sins of others? Rather than focusing on the good qualities and spiritual virtues of your brethren, you prefer to focus on their sins and weaknesses. 49. The kingdom of the Father has many mansions. Those spirits who dwell in highly evolved mansions help man to correct his sins and mistakes. They help him with his restitution without judging him nor rejoicing in his suffering. 50. There are days when I observe that you are unvirtuous and days when you repent. I have also seen you denying that this manifestation is true, but later offering testimony of its truth to others. Sometimes you ridicule your brethren, and other times you defend them. On some days I have seen you offering charity to those who do not need it, and denying it to those who truly need it. It is good to correct your mistakes, but it is best not to commit them at all. However, I do not come to judge nor to accuse you, but to enlighten you with my teachings so that you will not sin. I also say to you that I have seen you being helpful, kind, charitable, and understanding with others. I always take those merits into account, but today there should be more love and kindness in your heart. 51. Do not pray without truly feeling that prayer in your heart and in your spirit. There is no need to pray with words, mechanically moving your lips. Pray with sincere feelings. In the past, you would easily make false promises and swear in vain. But today, you should only reveal the truth. 52. Do not take things that belong to someone else, otherwise you will experience shame and suffering. I will not expose the sins that you have committed, but I do want each individual to analyze himself according to my divine teachings. 53. I will not blame you nor demand restitution of your past faults when you lived in a state of spiritual infancy, darkness, and materialism. However, now that you have acquired full knowledge of my law, you will have to respond to the Father for any evil thing that you do. He will manifest himself through the conscience, and your conscience will judge your own acts severely. 54. Each one of you represents one of my seeds that I am gathering. If there are any bad seeds among the good seeds, I will also gather them with love to transform them into good seeds. I observe that the human heart still produces seeds of sin, evil, and hatred. But I will continue to offer my divine love to each individual. I will gently guide and help him to become purifying until his spirit becomes enlightened. 55. Do you not think that my love is powerful enough to save you? After I have purified you, I will sow you in my garden, where you will produce new flowers and fruits. It is my mission to help you to become spiritually elevated. 56. My love comes to bless you, to forgive you, and to make you worthy of listening to my word. 57. My word shows you the path that you need to follow. I taught you my law since the first era so that you would follow the path of justice and morality. 58. This doctrine is the same one that I revealed to you in the past, a doctrine of love. 59. Your spirit is a child of the perfect love of God. Your heart, where emotions originate, is a symbol of love. 60. Thus, you should offer love to your brethren, for humanity is in great need of love. Humanity is spiritually hungry and lacks spiritual elevation. It needs to become spiritually alive. 61. If those of you who have listened to my teachings, the bread of life, have been comforted and nourished by it, then offer it to the Spirit and to the heart of those who are weary and who hunger for spiritual enlightenment. 62. When you discover that your brother has erroneous concepts or beliefs, offer him my enlightenment, but never impose or force him to accept my doctrine. Offer my doctrine in the same manner to everyone, whether they are wealthy or poor. Help your brethren who have strayed from the divine path and who are suffering and in pain. Your heart will truly feel their suffering and will seek the means to help them. With your charity you will comfort those who are spiritually weak and offer peace to those whose hearts are in turmoil. You will illuminate the path of those who walk in darkness and confusion. If you fulfill your mission to help others, you will be worthy of being called a teacher. 63. My doctrine does not need material temples to bring together new multitudes. My temple is a universal temple, a temple that is formed from the hearts of mankind. 64. Follow the example that Jesus set in the second era. He gave his teachings in parables in the countryside, never inside material temples. 65. Whoever utilizes temples to make a monetary profit by taking advantage of those who are innocent and who suffer, lacks spiritual enlightenment and should not call himself my spiritual follower. 66. You will have to struggle along the path of life, including your place of work and in your home. 67. You will prepare yourself so that when you speak, it will be through my inspiration at the appropriate time. The one listening to you will be unaware that it is I who speaks to him through his own conscience. 68. Do not expect men to forget their traditions from one day to the next, nor should you be surprised if someone tells you that your beliefs are wrong. In the second era, there were many who believed that my doctrine was also false. However, it was later accepted as the true doctrine of God. My peace be with you.